Biggest shout out to our Patreons. We started this podcast when we were out of luck and on the dole, and thanks to Patreon, we've been able to put the Northwest in the spotlight where it belongs.
For as little as £3 a month, you get access to an extra episode every week, plus a live show, which we have some of the biggest comedians in the UK joining us for that live show that we do every monthly, with comedians from the UK live on stage.
If you're a £10 Patreon, you get free tickets to the show every month as well.
She could bum me, lads.
There we go. Can I squeeze on them titties?
Lemon.
Got a proper tough skin, that.
Yeah, it's a fucking lemon.
I have trading cards of old granny porn stars.
Yeah, we've got loads of specials on the Patreon as well, everything from sports days. Genuinely think I've pulled the hamstring, but it'd be worth it when I win this trophy.
Sleepovers.
Axe throwing.
Puzzle rooms.
Amy wrote me a set to do on stage, which was dead embarrassing. Have a look at these. I have wanked over my nan.
The more you pledge, the more benefits you get, including early access, Q&A with guests, club cards, prints, discount on merch.
Loads of stuff. If you love this podcast and want to support it, get extra content, help us thrive, sign up today, patreon.com/The Mild High Club. Just £3 a month. What's that? Nothing, is it? Go ahead. Sign up.
Love you.
Mr Blackpool himself, Ryan
Illuminati
Gleeson here.
ons.
Yeah. Blackpool Illuminati, that's what you are.
Yeah, Mr fucking Blackpool's my full name.
Mr fucking Blackpool, come dressed for the part.
Best dressed guy in Blackpool.
I like the way you offset it with the silly socks, just so you know, we're not all business.
These were just the first ones I grabbed.
Yeah. What's on them? I seen an
I don't know,
avocado.
they're brand new. I got them off my daughter. She went to Primark and came back and said, I've got your present. And it
Oh,
was
like
socks.
Mexican socks?
Tacos, yeah,
Wow.
tacos. And
Very multicultural.
I haven't got a clue what that is.
Cultural appropriation, them socks, I think.
I mean, it's hardly your stereotypical Mexican wear, is it?
Yeah. But I did see your sombrero in the
Of all
car.
the cultural appropriation. Shite socks is not it.
Primark socks. We've also got a special guest in the corner, our mate James Allen.
Hello.
Hey.
Barmy Allen.
Last time I seen you was on my birthday. You having a nice time, wasn't you?
I was reminded that I would sort of slid down one of the beams.
You had a great time, it looked like.
Oh.
There was one hilarious moment, which I don't know if you remember, because James partook in a little gummy taken, didn't we?
I did.
I don't know if lads saying that.
Was that
Oh,
his
yeah.
first?
No,
Second.
second on it.
Just 1 sec. How long ago was this?
Monday.
That was your second,
Yeah,
but today is your first ever Iron Brew.
it sure is.
Wow.
Thanks.
Wow.
Scotland.
Who is this man?
Who is this
The
guy?
gummy returns.
It's
The
going
risk
down. It's
taker.
going downhill very quickly since
I know.
since starting on drugs.
Yeah.
So there was a bit where you said to me, you was like, "Oh, I've had a gummy, not really feeling it yet though." And I was like, "How long's it been?" You're like 20 minutes, and I was like, "Just give it another half an hour or whatever." And then me and Callum was outside having a ciggy. James come out, and I don't know if you even remember this.
No.
James come out and stood in the middle of the road. And he sort of like bent over like he was going to be sick, like and then I went, "James, you all right?" And you went, "Yep. I didn't realise we were there." And then I think us being out there talking to you like brought you back off from the edge of the cliff. And you were like, "Oh, it's just dead hot in there." And I was like, "You're all right, mate. Just calm down. We'll be fine." Like that.
You like bent
But
over.
it was hilarious.
Breathing.
Yeah, you was about to be sick in the street. And then I went, "James, you all right?" You went, "Yep. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah." Like, it was that funny.
Other than that, I did have a great time.
You having yeah?
I slid down one of the beams in the room, and my girlfriend went. You came up to me and went, "You know, Dulux paint." And yeah, she went, "Yeah." And I went, "That's what I feel like." Dripping down the wall. I'm like, "Bleh."
Oh yeah, it was funny, man. I had a boss night.
Yeah,
It
you
was
were
great.
vibing. You were vibing in the jack.
It was great.
Yeah,
It
it was good seeing you in your element, listening to all the old indie songs.
Yeah, that's my
Having a great time.
That's my niche. That
It was fun.
Do you partake in a little bit of marijuana?
No, only because.
Ryan takes morphine, don't you?
Yeah,
Wow.
morphine, fentanyl, and pretty
Nice.
much any other opioid I can get for nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't need to.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you don't need
that
weed when
sounds
you're on
better.
the fentanyl, do you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the problem though. Like I can't. I never judged anybody for taking anything ever, but yeah, everybody thinks I'm being judgmental when I'm like, nah, I
Yeah.
can't, mate. Like, it's started to turn now. Like before, like when I was a kid and people were smoking and shit, it was like, try it. No. All right then. Because it wasn't normalised back then. It was something really bad that you had to hide from everybody.
Yeah.
Like, where we were anyway. But now, it's turned like drinking where it's weird if you don't.
Yeah, okay.
Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Just have one.
Have a
Just
little
have a
bit, will
drink.
you?
Go on, just a little
So
bit.
why can't you have any? Just because of the other stuff
Just
you're
because
on?
it'll mess with other stuff,
Yeah,
Because I've got, like, other than the arthritis, I've got epilepsy as well.
Right.
So I'm on medication for that.
Yeah,
and with
yeah.
all the stuff I've got, I can't afford to
Whack in
push
another
it.
thing on top of that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'd just rather not. Because I can drive again now,
Right.
which in my job's pretty important.
Yeah.
Sound?
It's cool.
Yeah.
But the
I don't drink, so
Yeah.
that is my alcohol, literally.
And people
Like,
think you're weird for it.
yeah. Oh, people tell me to kill myself when I tell them I can't drink.
Really?
yeah, they go out.
What's with you though? Like, I'll just have a shot.
yeah.
Don't do that with anything else.
Yeah. It's a weird thing, and it like, you know, like you go, I'm not having a drink. They go, oh, fuck off, come on, just
Yeah.
have a bevy. But you're like, can I not just come out and like
Don't
hang
do
out
it
with
with
you?
pies, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, have a pie. No, go on, just have a pork pie.
Oh,
just a
go
little
on,
one.
you little fanny,
pie
have a pie,
pusher.
will you? Jesus Christ. Yeah, mad. But so we had a mad thing this morning, didn't we?
Well, it's the
Little
chain
tale.
of events started from last night, really, where we had some like midnight toast, which is lovely in bed, and then there was a slice of bread served, and I was like, in the morning we're going to feed the ducks with that. So we went to Taylor Park, St Helens local park. I was looking for my favourite duck.
You got a
to feed.
favourite?
Yeah, tumour duck.
Right.
Got a big tumour on his head.
It looks like a massive beehive, but it's tumour. It's all tumour.
His eyes are like bulging because of the tumour, and don't know what the fuck's happened
I
to
just
it.
feel so bad for him. He's my favourite duck, tumour duck. So I was looking for him, and found him, stopped, throwing bread, and Dean's like, "There's a fucking pot plant there, just growing out
Just
the
growing.
side,
Just
growing
growing.
outside of the
Not like
the lake."
someone's planted it. It was just like someone's fucking
Dropped
dropped a
something.
baggie or
Yeah.
something.
Split, wasn't it?
Big plant growing out the thing next to the lake. I went, there's a big weed plant there. Like jumped over the fence. I'm like, see you later in the car. Like pot plant driving home.
Put it in the bread bag.
Yeah.
We're talking
Just got a free big weed plant from the park.
Just that's like my next door neighbour, right? Because I was going to talk about him because you mentioned the ducks. He bought 5 duck eggs off eBay, and then he had 5 baby ducks that follow him around everywhere.
Oh,
Fox kept coming in and eating them.
oh no.
So he bought more ducks, and then he decided to put chicken wire around his garden because he worked out that the fox was coming over the fence. And then his ducks kept getting eaten again because he didn't realise that he needed to put a gate on. He didn't think the fox had realised that you could just walk up the fucking drive.
Yeah.
So
Just walk around the fence.
Basically,
Yeah.
he's got a pet fox that he feeds ducks.
Yeah.
That's what he's got.
Yeah.
But he's 70 odd now. He's proper old. And he started growing weed in his loft.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it wasn't growing at all. It wasn't working. So he threw it out and it started growing in the garden.
Yeah.
Just normal, just left
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But he's tied tomatoes to it. So that if the neighbours saw it, they thought it was...
Just think it's a
like,
tomato
you can tell what it
plant.
is. You can smell it a mile off.
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But he tied tomatoes to it. And then he got robbed one day. Rang the police and they came. And they could smell it. This was the second time when he got a proper grow on. And he had I think he had 20 plants upstairs in the loft. They found it. He got arrested because he'd shown them how he was going to protect his house because he'd made himself a taser out of a AA battery, a transformer and a carrot. He's fucking mental.
Biodegradable
But he
taser.
can't electrocute his. So he showed the police and they arrested him for manufacturing firearms.
Right.
So he's got arrested. They've then gone around the house. They've checked it. They've found out that he's got these plants growing in his loft. The whole street got shut down because he had some chemicals that he was making. He was trying to make like flash cotton or something like that.
Fucking hell.
They shut the whole street off. 3 fire engines, 4 coppers, ambulances, everything outside. He's a now empty house
Because he got robbed.
because he got robbed. Well, it's because he pointed a carrot at a copper. That's why. He ended up in court. He dropped all the charges except the cultivation of plants.
Yeah.
And he got done for 12. And he said he was in court and he said to the judge,
For 12.
there was 20.
Plants.
Oh, right.
12
okay.
plants. And
Yeah.
he's like, there was 20. What's happened to the other 8? And the judge just said, John, I can't give you a surname. I know you've not taken legal advice, but please take this advice and stop talking right now.
Yeah, that's mad. So he ended up getting done for the 12 plants.
Yeah, he
What
was
happens
on,
with
he
him
was
for
on
that?
probation for 12 12
probation.
months, 2 years. So she
Yeah.
kept coming round to his house and checking on him, and then he'd
Yeah,
have more
so
plants
it's-
growing.
Yeah.
it's just-
I wonder what did happen to the other 8.
Police probably took him.
Yeah.
They weren't. I don't think they were big enough to
Okay.
prosecute for.
Right,
I
might
think
not
there's
have
like a
anything on it.
certain
Yeah,
scale.
Yeah,
So that's what
maybe.
that'll be.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just mad.
But we are the proud owner of one now that I found
got the
naturally
roots and
growing.
everything.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
got the roots and that allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I'm saving the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kids in that
Yeah,
park.
there you go.
Yeah.
Kids, I'm like Batman.
What if it was for the tumour for the duck though? What if that was its medication?
It wasn't
Oh.
working.
That duck
That
died.
Maybe.
That
You
booth
got back.
was growing
Well,
day by day.
I'll keep giving it little buds next time we go back if that's what was going on. But
Yeah.
I mean, it needs putting down. To be
Maybe
honest, that
give it
duck
some CBD.
looks like it's in
capsules.
a lot of pain.
There's a duck pond by mine that was very shabby, and the community came together and built onto it
Yeah,
and painted it and gave them like a duck mansion
yeah,
for them to live in.
yeah.
I have seen a duck mansion
Really?
before in the middle of a lake.
It
in
wasn't
Scotland.
Scrooge McDuck,
No, it
was
wasn't
it?
that an MP that got it on expenses.
What?
That sounds right.
Duck
Yeah.
Island.
That's where it came from. It was an MP that put it down for expenses in his back garden.
Oh,
There was a
really?
huge kick off about it. Yeah, that was called a duck mansion.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
How posh
So-
is the place you live, where you've got duck mansions that the community have built?
Posh.
I know, yeah.
Opposite the Cheshire Oaks.
Have any of them got tumours?
So, kind of
Uh,
a little bit. It's not like, Harlem.
I'm from Blackpool.
Okay.
St.
It's like
Helens.
Manhattan. But they made it all for the ducks thinking they'd return, and the ducks haven't.
No,
No.
they
ventured
fucked
in.
it off.
And I think they've done on changing rooms
Mm,
when they were like, DIY SOS,
yeah.
and you get the families that are like,
Yeah, what have you
I-
done?
I hate it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah, yeah.
think the ducks have gone.
Yeah, we don't live in mansions.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're quite happy with this, bit of a shithole
Exactly.
because we live outside.
Yeah, with ducks.
Yeah.
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 And now you've built us a house and I go, I don't think I'm allowed in there because I'm a duck.
All they need is people to bring them bread and a weed plant.
Exactly.
There you go.
Taylor Park water is dyed like turquoise, and there's turtles in it.
What?
Yep.
Turtles in St.
Indigenous
Helens.
to St. Helens? Or have they
I
been-
No,
mean,
somebody's
no.
released
Okay.
them from their home, surely.
Yeah, they're not.
Turtles.
No, they're not like born and bred. Turtles. Turtles. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's
So
weird.
would you say is morphine your addiction?
Oh, God, yeah, definitely addicted to it. I've been on it for about 10 years.
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that because of arthritis?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that.
Weed's meant to be good for arthritis, though. Did you ever try
This is what I
that?
keep getting told.
Yeah.
That, it is. But I just can't, because of what I'm on, I can't mess with it. That's
What-
the only problem. I can try what is it?
CBD.
CBD
I was about
stuff.
to say that, yeah.
I tried that. And I'll be honest with you, weed does help. Weed has helped. But I can't get anything that's right for me. Do you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
Mm,
Yeah, it must be hard trying to fit it in with morphine and fentanyl.
yeah. Have you got any other addictions? That's one of our things that we talk about.
Conspiracies, you and the Masons.
Yeah, what are you up to over there?
Hiding from conspiracies.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Um,
that and fucking goats. That's pretty much my
Yeah,
addiction.
that's what he's doing, eh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they say Freemasons do.
Shag goats.
Shag
Shag
goats.
goats.
I fucking love goats, mate.
Not as much as we
They
do.
love fucking
Yeah.
goats.
Let's ask you about the Freemasons then.
Go on.
How long have you been a part of the?
7, 8 years, something like that.
Yeah, and how do you get initiated?
You just go. You can just ask if you want. You can just go to a lodge and
So
go, "Can I join?"
anticlimactic, isn't it?
It's so
Yes.
boring. The reality of it all is so boring that some people won't tell you that. This is why people say the secrets. They won't tell you the truth
'Cause
just
it's
because they
shit.
don't want it to sound as boring as it actually is.
It'll
Okay.
ruin the illusion.
Yeah, it's like if you watched a magic trick and then you think somebody told you how it was done, you'd be like, "Oh,
But shit.
Yeah.
that's just a grown man
Mm.
flying a hanky on a piece of string. That's not
Yeah.
impressive.
Is that why it's hard to get into the magic circle? You have to
You have to prove you know knowledge.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah. Would you think it's
Mechanics
harder
of
to get
it.
into the magic circle or the Freemasons?
magic circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I've been in the St. Helens Masonic Hall.
Yeah.
And there was a ceremony set up.
Yep.
That I wasn't supposed to see, and it had skulls in there and swords.
Right. Don't know what that is.
Oh, do you not?
No, there's different areas in Freemasonry. So you've
Okay.
got when you first go in, you're all the same thing.
Yeah.
But then there's I don't want to use the word splinter groups.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, this one sounds like they're doing some
Yeah,
weird
once you
shit
move
with a
off,
skull and
go into
swords.
there's different. Well, that could be in normal Freemasonry, but yeah, there's like Royal Arch, and then the Knights Templar, and like loads of other different ways paths you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a question. What's the first Patreon question?
This is from Alexander Teague, who asks, I heard that the Knights Templar are a branch of Freemasonry.
True.
Have you ever had to deal with the Assassin's Creed?
I'm not in the Knights Templar, but I've played the game loads.
Did you notice like they've got the shit right with the Knights Templar in the game, or is it completely different to what?
Well, the historic
real
Knights
is?
Templar, the real ones,
Yeah.
are nothing like what the Knights Templar are
Right.
now. Because back then they were on a crusade to enforce Christianity on the world.
Yeah.
And I think they started the world's first banking system as well, so you didn't have to move money from one country to another.
Right.
Now it's retired car salesmen in cloaks in a room.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's not as exciting, is it?
Now,
Right.
Retired car salesman. Yeah.
just
So-
with the Thai brides waiting downstairs.
Because they have like they keep it separate, don't they? Like the women have their own little lodge and that. Is that
Yeah, well, United Grand Lodge of England, which is what governs Freemasonry in the UK, is that's the centre point of Freemasonry pretty much in the world. Doesn't have women lodges that I know of, but there's two orders. I can't remember what they're called, but there are two Freemasonry Grand Lodges that are for women specifically.
Yeah.
For women. There's no mixed ones,
right? Yeah.
just because there isn't. Yeah.
So what about trans Freemasons?
If you are a trans man, you can join Freemasonry as a guy.
Okay. What about non-binary?
Yeah.
It's all inclusive. Seems like.
Yes.
But which one?
Unless you're a
The only
woman.
thing you couldn't,
Unless
you
you're a
couldn't be
bloody
a woman
woman.
in a man's lodge. That's the only stipulation. You can't be a woman in a man's lodge, in a male lodge.
So you couldn't be a trans woman and still say if you was in the Masons as a man and then you become a trans woman, you couldn't
Identify
stay.
as a woman. No.
Yeah. Right.
That happened to Faye Presto in the Magic Circle.
Oh, they're not.
She was.
Faye Presto is such a good name.
Well, she's trans.
I like
but
it
she
though.
was kicked out of the Magic Circle because that used to be men only.
Right.
And this is in the. I think it's in the 1980s or 1990s.
Yeah.
She got kicked out of the Magic Circle because
Right.
she was no longer. She didn't consider herself male anymore, so she couldn't join.
Oh, that's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
They're a bunch
is she
of
back in
incels.
now?
Yeah.
Like is he like
I
allowed
think so.
back
Yeah,
in
but
now?
yes, because men and women can join it now. But
Yeah.
and she's a
weird,
good
isn't it?
magician as well.
Mad
Very
though.
good.
I think the Magic Circle's such a shit thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything worse than just going to all that secrecy
Yeah.
to just sort of
Just to go. Hey.
is this your to go, is this your card?
Yeah.
What a bunch
Because
of
they all
bollocks.
like we're not actually magic. Like if they were actually magic,
Yeah.
then you'd be like,
If they
okay,
were
yeah.
wizards or sorcerers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're all just going, oh, I can bite a 50p in half.
Yeah.
But it has to be a joke 50p though. I can't do a real
Yeah.
50p.
My favourite is where they go, right, I'm gonna read your mind now. Think of a number, right? Or think of a person. Right, now for no reason whatsoever, write it on this piece of paper. Now give me the piece of paper. And then it's gonna go in my wallet for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna tell you what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just tell me.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I work every year at the biggest magic convention in the world, at Blackpool Magic Convention.
What do you do there?
I'm part of the technical crew, so I'm making sure
Right,
that the
okay.
illusions are working and the magicians are all in the right place when they should
Yeah.
be for the massive shows.
You do so many things that like every time I see you, I hear something new up from you, and I'm like, how do you do so many
Fingers
things?
in a lot of pies.
Mr. fucking Blackpool.
Mr. Blackpool.
What's your favourite pie that you've got your finger in?
It's gotta be your baby, and a comedy station.
Yeah, pretty much. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my live stream.
Yeah.
I think.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that was the last thing on my bucket list. Was owning my own comedy club.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
So yeah,
That's boss.
So now you can die.
now I can die.
So I'm kind of.
Wait there, sorry.
Oh.
You helped set up with the big magic convention.
Yeah, but I feel sorry for everybody who works in the restaurants and stuff, because like these are magicians from all over the world. It's
Yeah.
like something like it's the biggest one in the Guinness Book of Records. It's the biggest convention for magicians in the world. There's something like 30,000 magicians come to Blackpool every February for
Right.
it. And can you imagine being that person on minimum wage in the restaurant for the full weekend?
Yeah.
There's hundreds of magicians coming in going, here's your tip.
Yeah.
And as you're walking out, you're like, oh, wow, £20 to walk out. just have a look in your pocket for that tip again, and it's
Yeah.
a fish or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, they go. You give them the bill, and they go, "What's 1 sec?"
Yeah.
Disappear. You're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck's sake, did it again?" They're all whipping the tablecloths off and all that, making stuff disappear and shit.
Like the Tommy Cooper thing where he'd get in a taxi
Yeah.
and he'd be like, have a drink on me.
Yeah.
And you'd give him a tea bag.
Yeah.
James, I feel like you might have done magic as a kid.
I tried and I was a nerd, but magic was like a rung below. I love
Below.
cards. I love having a deck of cards on me.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel somewhat manly.
Did you ever
With
try
the
and learn it,
cards.
magic though?
Yeah, most of the time I was pretending I was in Las Vegas. Like I went to a casino for the first
Like you
time.
had a residency.
Yeah. Like dealing out the card. Like I went to a casino for the first time last month for my birthday. And I went up the escalator like Rayman with my girlfriend. Like, oh, here we go. It's going to be great. Sat at a table.
Yeah.
Hit me. I mean, the dealer threw the cards at me and I picked them up and he went, no. We don't do that here, mate. I mean, he took the cards back and had to reshuffle them. Right, yeah. Cool. Just
When he shouted snap at the end.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah.
just testing you, mate.
Yeah.
Good job. But no, I tried to do like the whole "is this your card" thing, which just becomes like,
I feel like I done a magic trick by accident once. Like I put cards down and I like put a tea towel over them and then went, "Whoosh," and one of them disappeared. And I don't know where, it must have just flicked off somewhere, but I didn't see it flick off. I didn't know where it landed, and I still haven't found it to this day.
You genuinely
So-
believe that was actual magic?
It might have been, yeah. I might have just summoned something
Yeah.
for a split second, said the right words, my cards disappeared, and I don't know how to get it back. So now I've got 51 cards in a deck.
I reckon you could get in the magic circle with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Well, how'd you do? Don't tell anyone how you done it. I was like, I won't. I don't know. 'Cause I don't know how. Can you do it again? No, I don't know. I don't know what I've done.
Yeah, it's just back to the Freemasons. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed.
Most people are.
So there's nothing to like. So we could start our own version. Like you don't need anything really.
Well, you've got to start a Masonic lodge. You have to have it. You have to get a warrant from the United Grand Lodge of England. They grant you a warrant to open a lodge.
Well, we won't. We'll just start our own cult, Maltai.
I think we already have.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah.
And do you worship Christ?
No,
No.
No.
Okay.
What is
What
it
is-
something
No,
to do with Solomon's
there's-
temple?
it
Right.
is. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, there is religion in it. You have to believe in a supreme being.
Okay.
Now,
Could
I
that
don't.
be anything? No.
It could be anything. I sort of lied because
Pat
I
Butcher.
don't. Yeah. I like what supreme being is there? And for me, it was the fact that space is bigger than me, so that'll do.
Yeah.
Because I don't. There's
Space is the
no
creator.
Jesus. There's no. Well, there was a Jesus, but there's no God and stuff like that
Yeah.
that I know of. So
Mm.
yeah, they pray to the grand geometrician of the universe,
Okay.
who is the
Geometrician.
representative of your God, whoever that is.
Geometrician.
Yeah, because it's all. The idea is it was all started by stonemasons
Yeah.
with the apprenticeship of passing down knowledge, because it was set up in a times where people couldn't read or write. So you pass down knowledge
Yeah.
through experience and words, and that's pretty much what we do in Freemasonry. But
Is there a secret handshake?
there's a few, yeah.
Is there? Are you
Yeah.
allowed to show us?
No, it's a
No, it's a
secret.
secret.
It's a secret, but you
it's
can
a
find it on
secret.
the internet.
Shut up.
It's like you can find it on the internet. But basically, there's three that I know of, because you've got different degrees in Freemasonry.
Yeah.
Start off first degree, then second, third. That's where the third degree, giving somebody the third degree, comes from.
Oh.
That comes from Freemasonry.
Oh.
So does being blackballed.
I've never heard of that.
Ever heard of being blackballed?
When you like get banned from somewhere, you've
Yeah.
been blackballed or blacklisted. Is it? They're the same things, aren't they?
Blacklisted. I've
Yeah,
heard of.
blackballed means like a group as, like you get an act that does something wrong, then they won't get booked anywhere else.
Mm.
Technically, they'll say I've been
Right.
blackballed.
Yeah.
James, can you Google how to do a Masonic handshake in writing and tell us in read it, and we'll try and do it.
You want me to show you?
Show
yeah,
us.
you can if you want.
Yeah, I'll show you. I've got no problem in showing you at all.
Go on then.
So it's dead simple, right? It's just a normal
Don't need to
handshake.
Google that
But
anymore.
then it depends on where your thumb is. So that's the first. That's the entered apprentice, which is the first one. Then fellowcraft, and then master.
Oh,
So
just
it's all where your
on
thumb
the
is tells you what.
knuckle.
So, say like, is that for when you don't have your gowns on? Because obviously that'd show you what ranking you was in, wouldn't it? So, so what is it? If two meet in open and you go, I'm an apprentice, and he's
You'd do that. You'd only ever do that handshake in lodge.
okay,
It's a way of showing that you are a Freemason,
right?
because you've got to be fully dressed when you go in, which is like whatever the code of the lodge is. So most of them is like black suit, black tie,
Yeah.
white gloves. If you've got an office, you'll have a collar.
That's quite magician-y, isn't it?
Very magician-y.
White gloves and black suit. And that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we could do fist
Snooker
bump,
umpire.
yeah,
Yeah.
Black balls.
Dean.
No, what?
Fist bump and then like
Thumb war.
boop. That could be ours.
You just told everyone now, though.
Yeah, but it's
No,
for
we
the
can't.
it's for the club members.
We're gonna come up with a Patreon handshake.
Okay. But that's for all club members.
Fist bump, thumb bump.
And then we'll work somewhere else
Yeah.
out for the James.
I
To
think that's
himself.
pretty
It's all right,
cool.
isn't it? Fist bump, thumb bump.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's enough where it's not like, you know, the ones that like.
Yeah, they go crazy, don't they?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the 90s rappers.
Yeah.
Will Smith in, what was it called?
Dunno.
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah, but that was just a quick like, wasn't it?
No, that
all
was
they
just
done.
him and Jay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there was others in it.
Oh, they do loads, do they? Can't remember.
Just your attire.
Yeah.
Do you like what would you wear to like the gym or
I
To
don't go
bed?
to the gym because I don't believe in gyms.
okay?
They're a waste of time. In bed, I wear pretty much this, but without the waistcoat.
The tweed pajamas.
So that'd be over
Really,
the top,
yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't wear a waistcoat to bed. That'd be silly.
Yeah.
It'd be like a nightgown. It'd be good with a
With a little
with a
hat,
wing.
like,
I imagine you have one of them little hats.
like
yeah.
Scrooge.
yeah. Defo.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I don't know if you want to talk about it. You tell me some mad stories the other week at the club
I'll say anything, mate. I've got
about your
no
dad
secrets.
being he was like the head
Apart
of
from
the
Mason
fire
Secrets.
department of Blackpool.
He was very high up in the fire brigade.
Yeah.
He was like three or four ranks below the chief, like the chief.
Mm.
But yeah, what was it? How did we get onto that? There was a story.
Because
on
you were
that.
telling me about like you discovering that you had PTSD from when you was like 16 or something because you seen a fella.
Christ, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, 14 years old, and seeing there was a guy who'd driven his car underneath, like it was an accident, he hadn't done it deliberately, underneath a scaffolding truck, the bed of it, and he pretty much didn't have a head anymore.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
His head was on the back of the car seat. Like that's not good to see,
It
is
was
it?
still it was still attached to him, but his chair had gone completely flat, but his head was just sort of like flopping backwards in an angle that you know is not
Yeah,
normal.
right. Okay.
But
And you saw that at 14.
yeah, there was other stuff that like added to the PTSD and stuff, but this is just me basically now trying to get myself an Edinburgh Award for being the most disabled person in the world. But did I ever tell you about the IRA bombings in Blackpool?
Nah.
In the 80s, there was a firebomb campaign that the IRA did in Blackpool. Nobody really knows about it because
Yeah.
it was quiet. And the I think it was the police or the radio station had got a warning. 1 o'clock in the morning, they're going to go off. They were all incendiary devices, so they weren't high explosives. They were just incendiary devices. So my dad got put on standby. He wasn't working, but because he was an officer, he got put on standby that he was going to have to get called in. And then 1 o'clock, they started all these fire devices started going off in all these shops in Blackpool.
Oh shit, yeah.
And then my dad said, because we'd been out, buying suitcases that day for going on holiday. One of them was in a video case, in a suitcase, in the shop we'd been in. We'd pretty much touched that suitcase.
Fucking hell.
So my dad's like, rang up home, ringing. There's no mobile phones then.
Yeah.
Ringing my mum like, put them fucking suitcases in the garden
Yeah.
and leave them there
No
until
way.
I get home. But it was about an hour after they'd all gone off, and there was a big shopping centre, a big supermarket that got burnt down as well. And they'd put it near the crisps and the oil and stuff, so all the firemen are just skidding all over the place in this shopping centre trying to put the fires out.
Proper like Home Alone, did?
Yeah.
Mad.
And then this guy came running over, and he saw my dad's white helmet, realised he was a gaffer, so sort of like, I think I've got something in my shop.
Yeah.
Because all the business owners got told to go and check their property.
Mm.
So my dad's gone over, and it's got this box thing, like a CD case or a video case or something, and it said 1 o'clock or something written on it in biro. He's like, all right, yeah, I think it is. So my dad just picked it up, walked over to the bomb disposal guy. He's like, I think I got one of your bombs. This is like
off.
2 o'clock in the morning now, so he's
Yeah,
figured
yeah.
out it's probably not going to go
Yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah.
No, I've got one here. I got one here. The bomb disposal guy just legged it away from him as quick as he
Fucking hell.
put that down on the floor now. And my dad's like, I've got my gloves on. That was it, like,
That's mad.
that was his mentality. That was like, I've got my gloves on.
Yeah, he'd be fine. Oh, that's crazy. Didn't even know there was like an IRA thing in Blackpool. Like,
Yeah,
didn't
well,
even hear it, like-
they used to have the government used to have their conferences in Blackpool. So I don't know
Right.
if it's around those times. I was dead young at the time, or if it was just a nuisance campaign that they used to do sometimes,
Yeah,
disruption
just-
campaign
yeah,
rather
right.
than.
My stepdad, at one point, he was in the IRA, and he told me that he called off a bomb in Manchester in a shopping centre because his like ex-wife and kid lived in Manchester, and his conscience got the better of him that they might be in there, so he called it in. Apparently,
It's weird, isn't it?
That's a risky thing to do, isn't
guy,
it?
Lovely guy.
I
Yeah.
want to know what their code was, because you say there was always a code. Because I used to work, like one of my first jobs when I left uni was in the civil service, and
Yeah.
you get told like what to do in the case of a bomb being phoned in.
Yeah.
You've got to write down everything they say. They don't tell you what the code is. Write down what they say. And you've got specific questions you've got to ask them. Where is it? Who are you? Where are you? Like, yeah, they're going to answer those things.
Yeah.
So a fucking civil service, you've just rung up and told them you're going to blow his fucking
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah. Please stop. Yeah.
How can we deactivate it?
It's crazy, that.
It's like in the, sorry, I mean,
No, go on.
Like in the, I'm trying to think of the example. It's like the football factory where he phones up one of his hooligans and he's like, "I'm going to be late tonight, Mum." And then he goes, "Do you need the tools?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we're rammed. I'm going to need
right.
the drill.
Yeah.
And then they put the phone down. It's
All
like,
in code and that.
Yeah. I once summoned armed police officers to Levi's via a magnet accidentally.
What?
Yeah. So they have like obviously the alarms in case you're getting robbed.
Yeah.
But I just had a magnet and I put it down near the thing and
Triggered
it
it.
must have like triggered it, and then that's when these 2 massive police officers come in with massive guns. I'm just like, hello.
And some
Lovely
jeans.
day for it. And they was just like, is there someone in the back? I was like, no. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then got a letter for like wasting police time, but I was like, it was the magnet.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
Blame
know.
the magnet.
I mean,
Yeah,
I get that if you'd have pressed the button just for a laugh, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't have even expected that to happen.
No, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
hello.
What made you get in the Masons then? What made you decide you were going to join?
I found out my dad's cousin was in. I've always fancied it, just
Yeah.
just something to do more than anything else.
Yeah.
Found out my dad's cousin was in and asked him, and he's like, "Come and join mine."
Yeah.
And don't you like basically look out for each other? Isn't that like that's what I urge?
Yeah, only in the same way that you look out for any mate. There's
Yeah.
no you have to. If you were a judge,
Yeah.
you have to let him off.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, it might have happened in the past, but it definitely doesn't happen now.
Yeah,
at all.
right.
Yeah. The
Well,
elite,
yeah, it's
unless
like-
with the elites.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
Yeah.
like a football club or something like that.
Okay.
You know, you just help out people that you know in the way that you'd help out people you know. One of the first things you agree to when you join is that you won't benefit financially, or your business won't benefit from you being a Freemason. It's one of the first things you've got to promise to
Right. Okay.
make sure of when you join.
Ah. Did you have to go through any initiation ceremonies?
Yeah,
What's that like? Not
dark because you've got your heads in a bag.
Have you really?
Really?
Yeah, so you got your head in a bag and you got a rope around your neck.
What's that one? The paddle on the Simpsons.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah.
stone cutters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's none of that.
So why? And then what?
It's all like, well, the thing is, I don't want to say.
Why a rope around your neck?
I don't want to say,
Okay.
but the only reason I don't want to say, not because it's a secret, but like this is the reason we won't tell people a lot of stuff, is
Yeah.
because for those that want to join, you want them to experience it the way you did.
Yeah, they don't want
Yeah.
to ruin
So
the
you don't wanna
illusion
ruin
for
it.
them. Yeah,
you
that's,
can
I
easily
get it.
you can easily find it online.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all there.
So obviously you didn't know when you were going in that you were going to get a bag on your head and rope around your neck. What was you thinking when that started happening?
Well, I knew something was going to happen, but I just didn't know what. I didn't
Yeah.
know because you don't take the bag off your head until after you're a Mason.
Right. Okay.
After you've done everything, somebody's got to
Yeah.
walk you around the lodge and stuff.
That's
But the
mad.
rope round your neck, that's explained to you as if you let people know the secrets of Freemasonry, one of the punishments is that you'll be tied at least a cable tow's length out to sea from the furthest point from where the tide ebbs and flows for 48 hours with your tongue cut out through your neck.
Jesus Christ. Or just so you can have a bevy without the wife there.
Yeah.
Hell, it's a bit much, innit?
Yeah, some people really
That's
don't
mad.
want the fun ruining.
I know, yeah, that's mad. So, yeah, that's weird.
And these are the same things that have been there since like the Freemasonry started in.
Yeah, back in the time. And
Yeah.
probably back then as well, there was a lot of secrets that was
because
needed
it was
to
the
be
first
kept.
union.
Yeah.
Boss, there was no official unions. This was the way of the workers looking after themselves and coming up with a pension, make sure if somebody was injured, they were looked after, they got medication and all that kind of stuff. And the bosses didn't like it because these could all now speak to each other and get themselves a better wage.
Yeah,
You know,
and
they can
educate each other to make money on in stonemasonry and stuff like that, innit? Yeah.
But they can say like, well, we're not going to work for less than, £1 a week or whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll all stop working until that happens. And obviously it's a closed shop. You don't want the guy you're working for coming in and finding it all out and then just going off and getting another group in. So that's why you have all the secrets about coming in and why it's so clandestine.
It's mad.
What is the relevance to Solomon, King Solomon?
I don't really know because I'll be honest, I don't pay that much attention when I'm in there. 'Cause I just go for the getting drunk afterwards.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
So is that what happens? You do the thing and then you sort of just have a bevy afterwards? And
you go for your meet. You have your lodge meeting where there'll be different things, like there'll be like you're starting off a new lodge or somebody's going into the chair of the Grand Master of the lodge, or you're bringing somebody new in, or you're just having a meeting for the sake of having a meeting because you have one every month. And then afterwards you go to wherever you dine, which isn't in the lodge itself, and then you'll have a meal and get pissed and raise money for charity.
Sounds all right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Can we have another Patreon question?
You can, yes. This is from Kev.
Kev.
When user at the meetings, do they have biscuits in that? If so, what kind of biscuits?
Yeah, what's a Freemason's favourite biscuit?
Don't have biscuits. Don't have anything in lodge now.
No.
It's not like communion where you go around and this is my skin or whatever.
Does have a scran in that though? Like
afterwards, you have a 3-course meal.
So not in the lodge, in a separate bit. What's the meal that you have?
Different shit. We order different stuff. We've got our own chef, so
okay.
We order it in advance, and then we I think because we always have haggis on Burns night, and we always have black pudding on Old English night and roast beef on Old English night.
Yeah. It's so funny that you have themes and that. Like, what's Christmas party like?
Do you drink mead?
No, we don't.
Okay.
But we do drink ale on Old English night and whiskey on Burns night.
Okay.
But Christmas is different. It's all different by different lodges because this is the social stuff.
Yeah.
So Christmas, your wife will come to the meal and stuff, or any guests can come to the meal afterwards, whereas usually it's just the Masons that have the meal and stuff like that.
Yeah, right, okay. That's mad. Little Mason Christmas.
Well, biscuits, no biscuits.
What's your favourite biscuit?
Can we guess?
Yeah.
I'm going to go custard cream.
Oh, I was thinking custard cream as well.
They're never a deliberate custard creams. They're never intentional. It's like snooker. I never intend to watch snooker, but when it's on, I can't turn it off.
You're having a nice time when you watch it, yeah.
Well, custard creams, they'll never my go-to biscuit.
Yeah,
but once
right.
I start,
yeah,
it's like Pringles. You just carry on until they've gone. But
what
no,
about
not custard creams.
What about a Fox's cream? One of them Fox's.
Oh, they're nice then.
Yeah.
No. They're like Christmas though in a tin, aren't they? You don't just have them.
What's your guess?
Chocolate round.
I've gone for blue ribbon in my head now. Don't know why.
Shortbread.
Shortbread, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I never would have thought that, but
In a
the
tweed
tweed's
tin.
making it. I get it now.
Of course, it was in
I've
front
never
of
even
all
actually
along.
thought of the tweed with it before.
It was there all
That's
along.
the first time I've never actually. Perhaps there's a link there. I just didn't know.
Yeah, I wonder why I like shortbread
drawn
so
to
much.
it.
Yeah, that's mad. What's your favourite biscuit, James?
I am an advocate of, hear me out, the rich tea. However,
just a rich tea.
The plainest of all biscuits.
But it must be at mass. In mass, sorry.
So what, like
At
4
mass.
at once?
So, yeah, no,
You can only have them in church.
like a communion.
These are the biscuits you can have
rich
while being
teas.
bummed by a priest.
Really, that was his body.
Well, so you eat like 3 at once?
Oh, if you want a snack hack,
Yeah.
compile. I'm gonna say you need a Sports Direct mug would do it, but a mug with a wide circumference
to get it in, to dunk it.
just.
Well, you do like three or four.
3 is a good starting point. I go 5.
5
Yeah.
straight away, yeah.
Biscuits.
In one go, in
And
one
then,
bite.
and then I just dip it halfway in,
Mm.
quickly out, bite that off, got a little like rich tea sandwich,
Yeah,
then dip the other half in.
does sound nice, like
Sounds like the shittest soup ever, doesn't it?
It's great.
rich tea soup.
Yeah, it is. It's the biscuit's the bread and the
Crouton.
tea is the
Yeah.
soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I find that I have that with when everyone's asked me like, "What did you have for tea?" and I go, "Oh, I had soup." I didn't have soup. I just had bread.
5
And
rich teas and a cup of tea.
the soup was the side.
Yeah.
I just ate that much bread.
Loads of bread. Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah.
Sucker for a loaf.
I used to
me.
do that if I had a bowl of soup. I'd just bring the loaf with me,
Yeah.
and I'd eat until I was full of bread, and not when the soup was gone. It'd be like when I've eaten like 6, 7
Yeah.
pieces of bread. They go, "Oh, soup's dead filling, isn't it?"
That's what I do with the rich tea because it absorbs that much tea
Yeah.
that you've got about a quarter of it left. When you
So
eat
let's
it.
get this right. Today's your first iron brew.
It is, yeah.
When did you have your first pie?
2017.
Right.
Madness.
Rich tea's your favourite bit. Have you had any flavour at any point in your life?
I do. Close second is the dark chocolate digestive.
Dark chocolate,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a big fan of a
Do
dark
like
chocolate
them.
digestive.
They are nice.
I do like them, but you can't beat
Um,
a milk chocolate one though.
My favourite biscuit is a giant cookie where they're like nice and soft.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Them big cookie slabs. Have you had one of them?
Oh,
They're mega. Them.
Oh,
that's
they haven't
like a
arrived in
cookie.
Blackpool yet.
It's a cookie that's that thick.
No.
It comes in
Like
like
a
a
slab.
square.
So
Do they
good.
do like white chocolate ones? They're
Do
my
all
favourite.
sorts of them, yeah.
yeah.
But it's just like
Macadamia nut.
it's like cooked, like a cookie that's been baked on the outsides, and then just like cookie dough
soft
in the middle. Oh, they're
Oh,
good,
mama.
them, you know. Yeah,
Nice that.
Used to have
cookies
them-
are good,
have
aren't they?
them
Where'd you get them from?
Loads of like places started doing them. All them like dessert shops, you know, they do like mad donuts and stuff like
Why
that.
have they popped up out of
It's
nowhere?
America, innit? And an American
Yeah, 'cause
comes
we're,
here
we're,
like
we're suckers for sugar.
10 years
Yeah.
later.
We'll buy it.
There's a place in St. Helens now called Planet Donut. And I went the other day and they've got donuts like this big. They have big cookie slabs and all shit like that, yeah. So keep an eye out for them. They're mega them.
I'm gonna have a look
Little
now.
cookie slab.
No
That sounds
taste.
fit.
They
Yeah.
are nice. Very sickly though. Good though.
I
Yeah.
found that the American sweet shops
Mm.
that you see are actually like money laundering.
Yeah, I've heard that. The ones on
So it
Oxford
is-
Street.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, the fronts, because nobody goes in and buys stuff, and it costs
Yeah,
stupid
it's like
money
£8
for those places,
for a box
doesn't
of
it?
cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You're
those
like,
buildings cost a fortune to rent.
yeah.
Yeah.
That vape shops. I think that's another one
Yeah,
with
yeah.
money
Charity shops are the
laundering.
biggest con,
Oh, maybe, yeah.
because they're all like most of the charity shops you see.
Mm.
They're all like everybody that works in there as a volunteer.
Yeah.
All the stocks come for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all-
Volunteers take it home and wash it at home,
Yeah.
and then they've got a CEO who's on like
who's
250,
breaking it in.
600 grand a year.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then they ask people like us to come and do gigs for him for nothing.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
you get it out of their money?
Yeah, I know it's bad, isn't it?
Winds me up that.
I thought of a charity shop scam.
Go on.
Counteract
Ooh.
the CEOs. No, well, just basically, as long as you've got one of them guns, do you know where they put
You
the
can,
tag
you
on?
can
Yeah.
rob a charity. No.
No. Just you can go and get yourself a new outfit, go home, put the tags on an old thing that you don't want and return them, get your money back. And
Do
you've
they
got
do
new
returns at
clothes.
charity shops?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Didn't know
and
that.
yeah, I've had to return stuff before because I've been very, very poor in my life. And they look at you like you're scum, like taking money off charity. But it's like, I am the charity.
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't
Yeah,
you
it's
know? Like, you're making well more money than me.
And you're not technically taking it off them because they can resell that.
Exactly.
They're not losing out by
Yeah.
that happening.
And also, you give them the money. You're
Yeah.
just getting your money back.
It's like a pawn shop, innit?
Yeah.
You just
Yeah, it just swaps in.
swap CZs.
I assume they give you a receipt as well.
You do,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
so-
it just says like men's, women's. Like,
One of them
that's
little
it.
purple printed ones that come out the till. The till's got them push buttons on it as well.
Yeah.
Fucking arm like
Yeah,
that.
it's like ancient. May as well be carving into stone.
Yeah.
The receipt.
Find some sick stuff in charity shops every
Yeah.
now
Oh, I
and then.
love
go,
it.
yeah.
It's a real life treasure hunt. I
Yeah.
love it.
Feel supreme.
We contacted these guys ourselves because we wanted to be sponsored by a brand that we genuinely believed in.
If you want to improve your sleep, digestion, relieve stress, everything you want for an easier life, You need to get on. Feel supreme.
We started using the Lion's Mane tincture, which was winner of the best supplement award in the UK. We put it in our coffee in the morning and it helps with memory and focus. Studies show that Lion's Mane stimulates the growth of brain cells and helps to protect against disease such as Alzheimer's. And it's the easiest way to do it. Just put it in your coffee in the morning.
Lovely. Tastes nice.
Done.
Flying.
Wash.
Have you ever heard of nicotinamide riboside?
What's that, dear?
Riboside, motherfucker. Neither had we.
We hadn't heard of it either. You need to look it up because apparently it's a natural anti-aging supplement. Widely studied health benefits that you can use to treat cardiovascular, neurodegenerative and metabolic disorders.
Who doesn't want to deal with the metabolic and neurodegenerative
And
disorders?
cardiovasculars.
I do.
They've got loads of stuff. They've got CMOS, they've got hemp protein, stuff for your brain, stuff for your gut, stuff you've never heard about. But once you read up on it, you'll be like, why have I not heard of this? And why isn't it taught in schools?
Ashwagandha.
Shilajit.
All this stuff is good for you.
We're not just making up words. These are actual things that you need to know about.
They make you feel supreme.
TMHC 15.
For 15% off, you feel 15% more supreme
Yeah.
with 15% off TMHC 15.
Feel supreme.
Go get your brain stronger.
We'll get some Riverside.
Feel supreme.
Hello. If you're enjoying this episode, give it a little like, a thumbs up. Is that the same thing? I think it's the same thing. Give us a comment. Show us some love and appreciation. Don't make this a toxic one-way relationship.
Nobody likes that. All you need to do, little comments in the comment section to help our algorithm. Give us a little follow on social medias, the Mild High Club UK, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all them. If you're liking what we're doing, see it online, give us a little share.
We do get like suppressed on TikTok and stuff, so sometimes we can't post stuff on TikTok. So follow us on all social medias to make sure you're never missing a clip. Hit the ding dong bell.
Wherever that is. Drop a comment down in the little comments for us. Let people know you're here. Join in the club and that. Support us. Love yous. Back to the episode.
Love you, bye.
Ta.
Yeah.
Do you believe in any like conspiracies or anything? Being in the Masons, that everyone
I'm
thinks
the
that's a big
complete-
conspiracy.
Yeah, I'm
Do
the
you-
complete opposite with
yeah.
conspiracies.
Don't believe any of them.
I don't believe any of them. I mean,
No.
I think it's
No.
common sense that there's a lot of psychopaths in this world.
yeah,
And there will be psychopaths in positions of power just because that's the positions that they gravitate towards anyway.
Yeah.
And they will take advantage of people.
yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
But,
And it's bred
yeah.
into people as well by their social background and their upbringing.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you go to an elitist school, you're already told you're better than everybody else.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're in this school,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
makes you better than everyone else who's not in this
And
school.
you're not allowed
yeah.
to associate yourselves with other people
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
of that school. They'll go out
Mm.
as a school as well. There's
Yeah.
one near us. And they've got to wear the uniform when they go out.
Yeah.
And they've got to go out, they come back at a certain time. They're not allowed to associate with other people. I think sixth form are, but below that, nobody else is.
Yeah.
It's then tragic for those people who, through no fault of their own, can't live up to that. And then they have that weird
Yeah.
complex where I've been told that I am the best. Yeah.
But I'm the worst
I'm
in my class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was
then-
meant to be the best? So I'm like, I'm fucking
That's
feel
when a
shitty
lot
here.
of. you
My
know,
oldest son got
issues arise.
scholarshiped for sixth form at it's a different private school, because he's proper clever, and he he went off and did it all himself as well. We didn't even know he'd applied for it.
Yeah, aren't your kids training to be like fucking cyber security people? And
Yeah,
all that? And-
Michael, he's at uni doing computer science with cyber security and forensics. Cyber forensics, or
That's
something
crazy.
like that.
That.
And Harry's just done his A-levels. He's going to uni to do forensic science.
Ah, right, yeah. So, you
So
can commit.
I'm
going to
do all the murders.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm going to do all the murders
Yeah.
because that's how they find you. You look up for clues, don't you? They go on your phone and stuff, and like
yeah.
they always get caught because it's like, oh, how do I bury my wife?
Yeah, Google them,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, Michael's going to get rid of that for me,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Harry's going to get rid of the evidence, and then I've got three
And-
other kids who are going to help me bury the body and cut it up.
Yeah. And you've got alibis off your Masons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was
Oh,
at
we
the
were all
lodge
having
all
haggis. It was
along.
Burns night. We have haggis and whiskey.
What happened to Freddie Quinn? Never heard of him.
Is that you go to? Because that's an obstacle, isn't it, to get rid of?
Freddie Quinn, like a roundabout. Racist roundabout. It's Freddie Quinn. Bigoted roundabout.
Take that,
Hey.
Freddie.
Transphobic roundabout.
Yeah.
I like Freddie. I do like Freddie. Don't get me wrong. I do
Yeah.
like him a lot. He's actually one of my best mates, I think, in stand-up.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can say all that horrible stuff about him.
and mean it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, because I've got a trans kid as well.
I was about to say that,
I'm just for every team, me.
So I was that, like, and also, forgive me, which way?
Female to male.
Okay, sound.
Yeah,
Okay.
born
So,
a girl.
What happened there? How did you feel with that? Was fine, not bothered. Like,
Well,
bit of a weird one to have to
yeah,
deal
because he
with,
came
or-
out, and then we made him live in the shed. Go away! This is against God. No, it was just like we just accepted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because like there were signs, not huge signs, because as a I don't want to use the phrase, but as a girl, young kid, he was a girly girl.
Yeah.
Loved pink, loved kittens, loved unicorns.
Right.
You know, so every stereotypical little girl at like
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Then puberty neared, and there was this constant fretting of I'm scared, you know, of things happening.
Yeah.
And we just thought it was another sort of worried about being frightened of everything because,
Yeah.
you know, when he was younger, he was scared of pretty much everything. So we thought it was that. And then, God bless him, this is the least confident kid of all 5 of them. And he's like, I'm trans. I was fucking hell, you know, well done.
Yeah.
Like, so proud of you for saying it for a start, because it's not an easy thing to do when you
Yeah,
don't know.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then first thing I did was get in touch with Beth Black,
Right.
Bethany Black. I was like, what do I do to stop myself being a shit dad with this?
Yeah.
And Beth just said, well, you've done the right thing. You've asked me.
Yeah.
Now just listen to what he wants
Yeah.
and help.
Yeah.
Like, anything else? He went, just that.
Yeah, just be
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
and it
That's
just help.
not enough advice.
Yeah. But it makes sense though, innit?
Yeah.
Like, because they're gonna find their own way. You just need the support from home, knowing that like they're accepted by the parents. And I think as long as they've got that,
Yeah.
try and find a sort of work stuff out their own as you would just growing up anyway.
Yeah.
But then you know that they can come to you and be like, look, I'm struggling with this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you're there to accept rather than be like, nah, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've
And he
sorted
was
the
only 14 when he came out
foundations.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember I actually spoke to Freddie about it because I think he was gigging with me the night that.
But it was like, burn him.
No, Freddie said, "Oh, it's just a fad.
Yeah.
I get it in the schools all the time. Like one of the girls says she's trans, and then others follow." And I
Right.
can see it from Freddie's point of view that you know there is a lot of attention seeking that goes on in high schools
Yeah.
for different reasons. But I know Harry, and I know Harry's not the kind of
Yeah,
kid
yeah.
that do that. But yeah, it was so like I wanted to make sure I didn't fuck up with anything.
Yeah.
So we found out what we needed to do, who we need to speak to, how we can get him to where he wants to be.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later came out as gay as well, and that confused me because I didn't know whether he meant he liked girls or boys. So
Yeah.
turns out he likes boys.
Okay.
So he didn't get it. I didn't tell him he was brave for that because all he's doing is remembering stuff that's always been the case. So
Yeah,
he can fuck
yeah.
off with that.
Yeah.
You were gay last year. You liked boys last year. You liked boys 6
Yeah.
years ago. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously though. Yeah. So I went to the doctors because the biggest thing was that monthly reminder of not being a guy.
Yeah.
So tried to get because you have to go to counselling and stuff before you can have any medication. So I took him to the doctors to try and get the pill to stop the period and stuff.
Yeah.
And the doctor didn't want to for religious reasons.
Because the doctor was religious. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, that, isn't it?
Yeah. What's that got to do with it?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was not happy.
Yeah.
Surely that violates the.
Yeah, surely you can't get into medicine and go, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we've got all this crazy science that, like, helps cure
chemists
people, but
there's a
I'm
lot of chemists that refuse
religious,
to
so...
as well. A lot of chemists.
You
refuse
shouldn't be
to do it.
able to
Yeah.
refuse
It's birth
someone's
control.
stuff.
That's the reason.
I know, but that's, like, sorry that you... Like,
I completely
that's what
agree with
you
you. Don't
believe
get me
in
wrong.
it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but don't be in, like, a gatekeeper to someone else's
Exactly.
medicine just because you
Yeah.
think there's a fucking
Well,
big man in the sky.
I went for a second opinion.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go to the first appointment.
Mm.
So I asked for a second opinion, ended up seeing the same fucking doctor.
Yeah.
I was livid when I got in.
Yeah.
And I just sat down. I didn't know it was the same doctor at first
Mm.
because, as I say, I didn't go to the first appointment. And I said, look, why? What's your reason for not giving him this medication?
Mm.
And she said, do you understand the risks of it? And I said, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I do. You know, I'm not a doctor. I don't know every in and out of it, but he's on no other medication whatsoever. So there's no interaction there that's going to happen.
Yeah.
people have it every single day.
Yeah.
You know, surely there can't be an issue there. I said, well, it increases the risk of cancer. So is this a long-term use, as in over at 12 months? Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have moved on to something else by then, because this is just a stopgap until the counselling's done and we get something from the trans doctors. He said, well, the risk of cancer is... And I said, do you understand what the percentage is of the risk of cancer? I want to know what the percentage is of the risk of cancer, because for me, having a monthly reminder, my son's risk of harm from himself is much greater than his risk of cancer from taking that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I was absolutely fuming.
I know, and it's you know, at the end of the day, like, yeah, it might cause cancer, but that kid could go out and just start smoking if they want as well. That'll cause cancer as well.
It's ovarian cancer.
You can do whatever you want.
What's the end goal with him? What's going to happen to him anyway?
Yeah.
Long before that even sets in.
Yeah.
He's not going to have ovaries for long.
Yeah.
Just borrowing them.
Yeah.
Mad.
It's mad.
Yeah.
We had a trans dealer on. A drug dealer.
Deals trans people?
No.
Do you want a cock? Do you want
yeah.
Got vaginas? Do you want a vagina?
Yeah, and just there was people commenting on one of the clips that someone was like, oh, remember when it was just okay to be gay? Like, why do everyone have to go do trans now? And it's like... that's probably been going on the whole time, but people didn't feel comfortable enough.
Didn't feel comfortable
to say trans.
Yeah.
They haven't had
And
the
there's no social media
beforehand.
telling you how many people that actually feel like they're trans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
not wanting to mansplain, but the more normal something is, the more people are going to go, that's me.
Yeah.
ADHD's coming up.
Yeah.
You know, TikTok has started a lot of people's awareness going on.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen a lot of it where it is put on.
Yeah.
Like, there was a girl on TikTok who said she had Tourette's, and then there was this big campaign that she hasn't.
Yeah.
And then they found all of the documents and everything, and it turned out she'd just been bullshitting for 12 months.
That's mad.
But yeah, it does open... The more normal something is, the more people are likely to go, that's me.
Yeah, because they see it, they see themselves, and then they see like, oh, well, they've spoke out and they're big and famous on TikTok now or whatever, so I feel comfortable to tell my story now or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, you're going to get more in it. Like
we know someone who's like dead well off and Tory, but they got a bin man costume, bin man uniform for the day to pretend to be poor. Yeah. And when they're actually really wealthy, isn't that?
Yeah. That's snide, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the same person that's
general waste.
Slagged off. I actually had
a
gig in Blackpool, not at my gig.
Yeah.
And then posted, I'm in Blackpool, it's a shithole. If you want to fit in, then I suggest that you do crack. Now, I'm quite passionate about Blackpool. You know, there's shit bits, there's good bits.
Yeah.
But
like anyway,
all the comments on that video, everybody's quite asked questions, and then he's answered them all with follow me for gigs, follow me for gigs, follow me for gigs and dates and stuff like that. And the one question that he hadn't answered was, were you at the comedy station? And it's like, he's not answered that, because then it's Schrodinger's gig, innit?
Yeah.
He has and he hasn't.
Yeah, like he works for you, but he also might not work for you. Like
the comedy state, the guy who does our social media had seen it and just put nope. And then he's messaged me and gone, by the way, I'm not telling people that I'm doing your gig.
Yeah, but you're also not telling them that you're not doing it.
I don't know. I didn't know what he meant. So I just what? And he sent me the video. And then he asked me, like, because he runs a gig as well, do you know of any acts for this night? And I just replied with, sorry, mate, I don't know. I'm too busy off my tits on Smack.
On the crack. Yeah. Well, anyway.
I also think that's such a Route 1.
What?
Like, really
Smack
boring.
heads and that.
Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. Like, also, like, people, like, you're very proud of that. Like, my partner's from Real, and she, you know...
The Blackpool of Wales.
Exactly. She gets that people shit on it, but at the same time, like, the Mike Bubbins joke of, where are you from? Oh, I'm from, I don't know, Newcastle. Oh, yeah, it's a bit of a shithole. But where are you from? Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it's a bit of shit. Fuck off. Like, people get very... and rightly so. Like, it's... Where are you from? I think it's very archaic to just be like, oh, yeah, what's the popular thing to do here? Suck each other off behind some bins.
Well, Blackpool, and I think, I've never been to Real, so I can't answer for that, but Blackpool's very much, and the way I describe it is it's exactly the same as going to a comedy night. Yeah. Like, stand-up is the only entertainment you'll go to where the audience is more in control of how good the night is than the acts are. You can have a good act on with a shit audience and it's a shit night. And Blackpool's the same. If you're a dickhead and you
Yeah.
just go and get wankered before you've even arrived,
Yeah.
you're going to end up in all the bars where all the dickheads who got wankered before they arrived are.
Yeah.
And then you're going to end up, and I guarantee you they're staying in the shittest, cheapest hotel they can find on the shittest, cheapest street in Blackpool. And that's all of Blackpool they see.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is
You
a
go, it's
shithole.
fucking shithole,
You've
yeah.
been to
Yeah.
the shit places. And none of those dickheads you've complained about are local. They've all been shipped in from everywhere else in the country, left the
Yeah.
common sense at the train station.
Yeah.
Technically, you're complaining about yourself.
Yeah.
But if you want a nice time, you can have a nice time. You just don't go
Yeah.
to those places. You go to the other places.
Do you have problems with like loads of stags and that? Because when I first done the weekend, I was like fucking game ready. It's gonna be fucking full of stags and hens and that. I had all this energy hyped up and that, and I come on and it was just dead nice. And I was like, where the fuck's all right? I thought we were gonna be shouting at people, and everyone was just sitting lovely listening and that. I was like, all right.
Yeah, we deliberately don't market ourselves to that audience because
Yeah.
there's enough stuff
Yeah.
for them to do.
Yeah.
And like I said, they can ruin a gig, so we don't want that.
It's mad looking out at the sea in Blackpool, and it's so tranquil and beautiful. And then you turn
And
around,
turn
like,
round.
oh god,
Yeah. Actually, we were there the other week, weren't we? We had like a
Suck
day
it.
out,
Yeah,
sat on the pier and all that. It was dead nice. But then, like you say, sometimes you turn around, you're like, fucking hell. Fellow with a big tattoo on his head coming at you, you're like, Jesus
Woman in a vest
Christ.
yelling at her kids.
yeah. Mad place though, isn't it?
It is
It's just got a bit of everything, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
Oh yeah, because the thing is, because Blackpool's so small,
yeah.
people don't realise how tiny it is.
It's kind of out the way of everything as well, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you have to come off to get to Blackpool. You can't just like bypass
Got to
it and that.
deliberately go
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
There's no through route for the trains or for the motorway. It
Yeah.
goes to Blackpool and nowhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
that's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
I do like going down there. They got big houses as well
Yeah.
along there. And is it like relatively cheap?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got. I think didn't I mention this to you when you did the gig with us last time? About
Maybe.
was Sully O'Sullivan there when you were there?
No.
Oh, it was him. He was there when I mentioned it because he said he's actually been to my lodge in the afternoon for a family reunion
Yeah.
thing, like a party or something. And then he came to the gig that night and he's like, oh, I drove past a load of houses, clearly millionaires' houses.
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
No.
no. Like, ours is a 5-bedroom, 3-story house right on the seafront,
Yeah.
Oh.
out of Blackpool,
Yeah.
in a nicer area. And it's less than a 2-bedroom flat in Liverpool.
That's
Wow.
crazy, that.
Yeah.
Mental.
That's nice.
3-story, 5-bedroom, seafront house.
Seafront. That's the life. That.
It's because there's no jobs, there's no industry, so you've got
Yeah.
to travel, you've got to commute, so that's why the prices are so low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But luckily for you, you own a club in
Smashed it.
Blackpool, so you
Yeah.
don't have to
Absolutely
commute really, do
smashed
you?
it.
Just
Nope.
stroll
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah,
So we should open our cult in Blackpool.
yeah.
Perfect.
Maybe,
I've got a spare room at the club.
Yeah.
Can do it there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You've got a secret room at the club as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Are you onto that?
No, what's
Right, you've got Ryan's made like a secret bunker in his from the green room, and I don't even know how to get into
like a
it.
green
But
room?
he
It's
was
my office.
Do you have to punch the punching bag in a certain sequence? And then
Press my watch and it opens.
presses
The wall-
his watch and
the
the
wall
wall
opens up.
opens.
That was done by Barney. Barney helped me make that.
Really?
He did all the wood on the walls.
Wow.
Barney from Blue Peter.
Barney from Blue Pete. He
That's
built
crazy.
our
It was
bar.
mad. Honestly, it was I'd never done your gig before. I don't know if you just was it a Sunday? I think it was
Sunday,
a Sunday.
Used to do
was it-
Sundays, new acts
Yeah, because it was
nights.
new material night,
Yeah.
not new acts. It was new material.
material.
Yeah.
And I was gotten the train down, arrived, and it was like a special guest. But I couldn't believe I was sharing a green room with someone who
From Blue Peter.
I was like, "You're like my child."
Yeah.
I didn't say anything to him. I was very nervous. I didn't want to like. And I went home before and died on my ass.
Because I think that was
It was-
when table football was still in then.
Yeah,
wasn't
it was,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
changed a lot since then.
Oh, okay.
A lot.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
a secret room in there now.
Yeah.
And what happened to? I've always wanted to ask about the punch bag.
Yeah.
Is
Still
how,
there.
How did that come about? Did you just was it in there already, or did you?
Yeah. So to give context to people that have never been before, in the green room there is a punch bowl that is there just for the use of comedians. No
And it's-
customers.
And it
nothing.
has caused a lot of controversy
Oh,
between
it's
comedians
brilliant.
also.
It's-
Rob Thomas, Dave Longley, to
Yeah.
name two, arguing over who hits it hardest and that.
The best one was Joe's alias turning up with raps.
Yeah. Oh, did he? Yeah. I'm going to come down with your boxing gloves on too.
We had Troy Hawke. He came once and he was just wearing his vest.
Yeah.
And I have never, ever had to keep telling our female staff to go back and do their jobs
that's
rather than
hilarious.
stand in the green room.
Watching Troy
Oh,
punch
this
someone.
man's doing. I hate him, the
That's
pretty
funny, that.
asshole.
Yeah. Yeah,
funny.
but yeah, it's so funny how much like all the alphas are like, "Fuck, you done
Yeah.
took a run up there, fucking stand still and punch it, will you?"
My favourite though is the acts that go, I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the weekend, they've got like dislocated the shoulder 4 times.
Yeah, that was me. Because my thing with it is like, I think there's you can be able to punch hard.
Yeah.
If you don't punch it right,
Yeah.
it won't show up with a high score.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, I know I'll hit it stupid and be like 100.
Like,
And
it'll
I'm
sound
"Ah, you're
amazing."
funny." Yeah. So then I'm like, I just won't. And then like people leave the room. I go on. And then by the time I go, fucking, do you know what? I reckon I can do that again. And everyone gets back and I've like pulled something in my stomach. I think
on the
I've
floor
genuinely got
crying.
an injury from my, like, because I don't know, I done your gig and then I done some like boxing, eating pads. And ever since I've had the pain, like a hernia or something, because I've been trying to fucking punch this your punch machine. Going, I can get over 500.
I think the best time to do it would be directly after you
Come
come
off.
off because you're
Yeah.
full of adrenaline.
That's what I like. I want to see punch before you go on and when you come on.
Yeah, well, we done it
You'll
with
know-
Ro
yeah.
for when Ro done his tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said punch it now and then punch it when you come off and see if it's any different.
I mean, I'm saying that like I'm fucking Chris Eubanker. I mean, I'd like obviously get.
Imagine if it was worse because you bombed. You come off. But, oh.
But yeah, that was left there by the people who owned the building before us,
Oh,
before
wow.
we took it on.
What was it before?
It was
You
a
had it?
nightclub before us, and then it
Oh,
shut
right.
for 5 years.
Okay.
And then we got the keys and then opened up 2
Yeah.
weeks later.
It's a boss club, man. I love doing
Yeah.
it. Sick night. If you ever in Blackpool, ever go check out Comedy Station. It's always got good lineups and that in it. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
Camden Hell's on tap as well, which
Yeah,
is
we
always
do.
it's always good for me. That when
Bonjour.
someone's
Yeah.
doing that.
And the other one
Bonjour.
that they do. What's the other one that they do? IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The pale one.
blue and a
Yeah.
red one, isn't there?
Yeah. Good
So-
stuff. That.
So one of our staple questions is
Yeah.
we ask for your proudest moment and your most shameful moment. Is opening your own club? Is that
My proudest
Proud.
moment is, and I'm including the birth of my 5 children in this.
That's
It's not
Is that your
actually, no,
sixth child?
It's not opening it. The proudest moment was opening TripAdvisor and finding out that we were the #1 thing to do in the nightlife category in Blackpool and separately for the entire county of Lancashire.
Oh,
That
that's
was
good.
my
isn't
pride
it?
because we never set
Yeah.
out to do that.
yeah?
You have
That
some
just happened.
fantastic
Oh, yeah.
interactions on TripAdvisor and that.
Yeah,
You-
we sell
I think
tickets
you're
on
the
1-star
king
reviews.
of replying to 1-star reviews though, innit?
I treat them like heckles.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we never do anything that's bad enough that justifies a 1-star review.
Yeah.
Ever. I know we don't. Unless
did-
the place was on fire or something like that.
So you had someone fuming that the wrong person was on in it one time. Didn't they come down to see? They come to the wrong
No,
show.
that was somebody who had booked tickets to see Ken Webster, the hypnotist, who performs at the Pleasure Beach and has done for, this is his 25th year.
Yeah.
He booked tickets via TripAdvisor because you can buy tickets on
Yeah.
there as well. He booked tickets through there. And then I got a text that night, a message from TripAdvisor, like saying there's a customer wants to contact you about tickets they've bought. And it says, it was proper angry. You could tell by the way it was written. It just said, I've travelled all the way from Wales. I'm at the Horseshoe Bar and you're shut. I want a refund and money towards my travel. I just replied with, we're not at the Horseshoe Bar. And he replied with, well, where the heel are you then?
Where the heel are
I
you?
said, it's where
Where
TripAdvisor
the
says
heel
we
are
are,
you?
right opposite Blackpool Tower.
Yeah.
If you're not sure where that is, look up.
Yeah. So
Well, that's when he left us a 1-star review saying that he was missold tickets.
so
He
fucking
thought he was coming
stupid.
to see Ken Dodd and all that kind of shit. Now, Ken Dodd's shows wasn't even on that week either. It
Yeah.
didn't start for another month. But yeah, I went to town on him.
Yeah, 1-star.
Didn't someone ask for money back because of the war in Ukraine?
That was a woman who she
That's insane.
that went super viral. That ended up on Have I Got News for You? as
Really?
well,
Yeah?
that.
No
And
way.
in America, it was picked up on news stations in America.
That's so
as well.
funny. That.
Wow.
But yeah, that was a woman in Hull who wanted a refund the day that the war kicked off in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Now, she'd started kicking off with one of our staff, and I won't stand for any of my staff being abused
Yeah.
whatsoever. So I was already, and that's a lot of backstory that the readers didn't get. So they might see that I'm being a little bit aggressive off the bat with her, but she fucking deserved
But
it.
it'd been building, yeah.
Yeah, she was an arsehole. Plus, The week before, she told us she had COVID, so she couldn't come. So could she have a refund? And we told her that she hadn't had tickets for that weekend. They were for the next weekend. So
she would have been fine.
hopefully you will have recovered by then.
Yeah.
And then that's when she said, I want a refund because of the war in Ukraine. So we knew that she was just after a refund.
After money
You
back.
should have just
What-
said, I
what-
can't come now. Can I have a refund? And we've probably gone, yeah.
Yeah.
But what? So that was the message. Just no link towards it. It was just.
She wanted to get tickets refunded because of Ukraine, because she was retired, therefore too scared to travel. And then she started accusing us of profiteering from war.
Oh my god!
People are mad, aren't they? People are so mad. Is that what was? I remember
That's
one.
like a level above Karen, isn't it?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a new
Karen's
name.
grandma.
Yeah.
Jacinda.
What was
Oh,
the
no,
like?
she's nice,
You had
isn't she?
another
Beryl.
one that went
Beryl.
massive, didn't it? You have another one of them that went big.
The woman who kicked off because we hadn't advertised we were shut the day after lockdown kicked in.
Right, and they turned up.
She didn't turn up. She complained. Or did she turn up? No, she can't. She won't turned up. But we told her that the show was cancelled, or she found out the show. I can't remember how it was.
Because there's been
Jane,
a
that was her
national lockdown.
Yeah, but I could hear her on the other side of the room on the phone to Rob, I think it was, who was ringing round saying, we're going to refund you.
Yeah.
Because we rang every customer that had booked tickets
Mm.
and refunded them straight away.
Yeah.
And she was kicking off saying that we didn't advertise it well enough. But yeah, she was a dick.
Yeah.
Absolute dick.
That's the worst thing about having a business and the internet being like people just allowed to use it and write whatever they want on it.
Yeah,
So it's like-
one of our first reviews off what was it, Apple
Yeah.
podcast or whatever. Someone was like, was it 1 star? Seems shy, seems nervous.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was. I've never spoken publicly before.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, how were you on your first day at work, dickhead?
Yeah, I know. It's mad, isn't it? But you see, like, I always see, like, 1-star reviews and that. And sometimes you're like, you can't even trust them. Because you're
No.
like, that person might just do that on everything.
Yeah.
Or, like, even times when I feel like, do you know what, these should get a 1-star here. I
But
still
even be a
don't bother.
competitor you've just overtaken in charts.
Yeah.
That happens a lot in Blackpool. We get that a lot. We know that there's somebody there that's sending out some sort of bad reviews on some stuff.
Yeah.
Not going to say who. Most people in the industry know who it is.
Right, okay. But yeah, even if I love something, I still won't give it a 5-star review. And even if I hate it, I won't go, yeah, that's 1 star there.
Well, people are more likely
Yeah.
to leave a review if it's bad.
yeah.
It's just I'm like, it was bad. Just fucking get on with it.
I remember all mine.
What
Oh,
ones
your
you
ones
left?
stars.
Like bad things people have said about.
Oh, of course you
Oh.
remember them. You've probably got them wrote down in a fucking diary somewhere.
I've got a
haven't you?
folder on my phone.
I told you.
Yeah.
They do hurt though. The first ones you start
Yeah.
getting really hurt.
Yeah, they will. I know.
And then you start getting dull to it. And then
You
you
just
turn
gotta
it into
realise they
a
just-
cloak.
It's just not a real
Strength.
thing. The only things I'd be worried about is if someone like fronted me somewhere and was like, "You fucking."
Yeah, then I.
But if someone's saying it online and that, you just go. It doesn't exist. Do you
Turn
know
it
what
to your
I mean?
advantage.
Difference with
we
a
do have
business.
people coming up saying we bought tickets because of that review or that review.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's the best.
But you
way,
spin
isn't
it proper, like, because you just make them look like knobheads.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if it's a genuine complaint, then you deal with it properly.
Yeah.
But when it's someone going, oh, I don't feel safe because of the war in Ukraine, you're like,
The hen
"Fuck off,
party that
come
got
on."
thrown out for laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
And
that's the
thing,
worst
like,
excuse ever, that, isn't it?
Everyone who's worked in like a customer facing job as well,
Mm.
like they understand, they know. So the world's on your side.
That
as well.
just reminded me. I went to go and get some fish for our pond with my youngest 2 kids, and I said to the guy, like, get the fish, whatever. See you later. And when he said hello, he sort of recognised me, but I thought he's just recognised me from coming in the shop and stuff. I've gone back to the car. When I gone back to the car, he's come over. He's gone, I just wanted to say your TripAdvisor reviews are fucking amazing.
That's mad, isn't
That's
it? Yeah. What about the club, though?
That's where he recognises me from.
Yeah,
TripAdvisor reviews.
Yeah, it's so funny,
It's
that.
me getting some sort of ego, like, yeah. Mr. fucking Blackpool.
I reckon
genuine.
I reckon companies should hire you to respond to their 1 stars. That'd be a good one, innit?
I will offer it out for free as a
Yeah, yeah.
public service.
Just enjoy
There is
doing
too
it.
much entitlement, especially post-COVID.
Yeah.
There is too much entitlement with certain groups of people now.
Yeah,
I
right.
demand a discount because I do this.
Yeah.
I demand
yeah.
that you don't. You get a discount as a thank you,
Yeah.
not as a
Yeah.
privilege.
It's amazing the real humanity that comes out of people and that, like, just how
It happens
Awful
on
day can
like
be.
both ways, doesn't it? Like everyone bands together and really helpful, one another, really supportive and that, and then it also happens the other way of
Yeah.
like,
I've had people wanting refunds for jeans that are not from our shop and have been worn a lot.
yeah.
And it's like, no.
And a woman try and want your skirt.
Oh yeah, that was it. So that was when I was
Okay,
working in
what's that?
Levi's in Australia. I had this skirt on, and then there was only like bigger sizes left, and she was my size, so she was demanding that I take my skirt off so that she could buy it. And when I said
Like, what do you want me to do
no,
with
she
no
told me I was
pants?
racist to Chinese people, and I said,
Well,
"Wow,
hang on,
my
firstly, how did you
granddad's
say
Chinese." No, it's mine.
no?
I
Yeah, that's
bought
not
it.
racist.
It's
Yeah.
mine.
It was when she started doing the eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
You're
she's,
quarter Chinese.
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
I
yeah,
once
mad.
tweeted James Buckley, who
Oh, from the In-Betweeners.
famous for playing Jay from the In-Betweeners, for my sixth form project, which was about comedy. And I tweeted him and asked, "Oh, would I be okay to interview and ask some questions for
Yeah.
my sixth form project?" And he quote tweeted it and put "nerd." And obviously all his followers are like,
Love it.
16, 17,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
him,
yeah.
like his character.
Yeah.
So I was getting tweets. I was only set. This was like 8 years ago. I was only like 17. I was getting
Yeah.
tweets like, "Ha, Twitter wanker!
Yeah.
Hey,
God,
and look at you, cunt!"
You got actually bullied by
Yeah.
Jay from the
I got
In-Betweeners.
called a cunt by and then one on his profile. He was like a barrister. It's like the man who was responsible for
Fucking hell.
the judicial system in this country.
So you're legally a cunt now.
Yeah.
Legally a cunt.
That's insane.
That's mad.
Everyone just jumped in like, "Hey, you fucking prick! What do you think you're doing?"
Yeah,
so
that's the only bad thing about Twitter, like social media and that the pile on. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you see like, you get people going, "Oh, men have really got to start speaking out about the mental health and all that." And then the next tweet after that, you go, "Look at the fucking state of this fella's haircut.
Yeah.
Fucking wanker." You know what I mean? And you're
Yeah.
like, "What? You need to stick on one side, innit?" Like the
There's
pile on
there's
social
in the
media
moment
is
stuff
heavy.
anymore. You can't say something by accident anymore because
Yeah,
everybody looks at a tweet or something you post like somebody's spent an hour reading that, breaking it down, thinking, "Yep, that's definitely what I'm going to
Yeah,
post."
Yeah.
that's
Click.
their manifesto
Rather
of
than
life.
I'm having a shit, I'll just post that now
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
realise, oh fuck, that's
Yeah.
that's going to come across the wrong way or
Well,
whatever.
I know he's like a bit dingy at the minute, like, but Louis C.K. said about like social media being like people are always going to be saying stuff about you. Like you can go and see a comedian and go, "That guy was shit, man."
Yeah.
And then you might see him in real life and go, "Fucking hell, there's so and so." No way, man. But you just said to your mates like, "Oh, he's fucking shitting." But as soon as you put it on social media, it's like permanent
Yeah.
thoughts. And then all of a sudden there's 1,000 of them and you're like, "Fucking hell, everyone hates me."
Yeah.
It was like that's always been happening forever, but
Yeah.
you don't see it
Don't
or
hear
hear
it.
it.
Yeah.
Because they never really would say it to you.
Yeah.
I'd
but-
rather people slag me off behind my back
Yeah.
than to my face.
Yeah.
Sweet, blissful
Ignorance, yeah, I know.
So the other part of that question was your most shameful moment.
That's probably when my mate shat in a kettle at a travel lodge.
Yeah, that'll do it. So what happened there? What was the story behind that?
Right. This was early on in my career.
Yeah.
So
Just is the person in the story still a comedian as well?
he's not a comedian.
Oh, it's just your mate?
He's just my mate, Bennett. Me and Bennett have both got ADHD.
Yeah.
Dave, our other mate, doesn't.
Okay.
He's the one that sort of has to stop us from being dickheads.
Yeah.
Because me and Bennett together is like crossing the streams in Ghostbusters.
Right.
Bad things will happen. Occasionally great things.
Yeah.
But
Most of the time.
more often than not, bad things.
Yeah.
And Dave, who's in the fire brigade now, and he's pretty senior because his dad worked with my dad. And they were both similar level, but he's getting quite senior in the fire brigade now. So that shows his level of sensibleness.
Yeah.
Me and Bennett aren't. And this is like 1999, I think it was.
How
or
long have you been
2000.
doing stand-up now? Sorry.
I started 97
97, yeah.
when I was 16, but I didn't, because I live in Blackpool and I didn't drive. It's so hard for me to get gigs. So I was only doing like one gig every month or 2 months.
Yeah, right, okay.
It wasn't until early 2000s or so that I really started
Yeah.
trying to gig more. But even then, it was only sort of one gig every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It wasn't, the circuit was a lot smaller then
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
That's how long I've been since I started.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 1999 was my first gig, and I was staying away. It was in the northeast, one in Sunderland and one in Middlesbrough. So we decided that we'll get a hotel. I couldn't drive. at the time, wasn't allowed to drive at the time. Bennett drove us, and Dave came with us as well, just for the fun. But Dave was going to get his eyes lasered on the second day, so he didn't stay with us.
Right.
He stayed overnight, but then left in the morning. And that night, we were discussing. Now, Bennett worked in a pub and got told by the chef that if you shit in a kettle and boil it, you get brown steam. And we've been discussing this. The hotel was put on Dave's credit card, by the way.
We've been discussing this.
So we'd forgotten all about it.
Yeah.
We'd forgotten all about it. And then
Brown steam.
the morning Dave had to leave to go and get his train to get home,
Yeah.
the last thing he said was, Ryan, because I'm the more sensible out of me and Bennett. Ryan, don't let Bennett shit in a kettle. And we weren't going to.
But he said that now,
Well,
hasn't
you know when you go on stage and somebody says, just before you go on stage, don't speak to the
mention
guy
that.
with the eye on the front row.
Yeah.
Hiya, mate, what's happened there?
Yeah.
It's the first thing you'll do because it's in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you, you know, when you're trying to ride a bike, like you don't go, you're not thinking to yourself, don't hit that lamppost.
Yeah.
Because you're going to hit the lamppost.
Yeah.
This is what happened anyway. So Bennett picks up the kettle, and it's one of those with like a little flippy lid, but it doesn't open all the way. It only opens like a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's taking it into the toilet, and he's like, I can't shit in it because the lid won't open. So I said, right, well, why don't you shit in the toilet and use one of them sanitary bags and scoop it? It was like I was giving him instructions through the door, like the worst Crystal Maze game ever. And he's like, all right, so he got it in the kettle. But I didn't know he'd filled it up with water, like halfway with water.
Right.
Put it on, and then we turned it on, and we sat.
Just
watched
waiting for
it.
brown
Just
steam.
watched it. And the steam started. And you could see, but it was only like that tiny little bit of steam, like the pre-cum of the kettle.
Yeah.
Before the full ejaculate
Yeah.
of steam that we were expecting so we could test its colour. And it just started coming up. And then you can hear the noise that the kettle makes before it properly boils. It's like, right, it's not going to be long now. And then it started bubbling up, like, you know, when you boil like honeycomb.
Right,
No,
yeah, and it
it
starts.
starts expanding.
yeah.
That's what the kettle did. And the lid came up, and it came over the sides and went over the dressing table and onto the chair and onto the floor.
Oh my God.
And I was trying to say to
Christ.
Bennett, like, turn the kettle off,
Yeah.
let's clean this up. But I was too busy just, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Oh. So anyway,
Like
we
a
ran.
science experiment
He
or
legged
something.
it past me. He's got the key for the door. He's legged it past me. We've run downstairs. He's put the key in the little envelope thing, the little letterbox thing. We've just run off, shot off in his car and driven off. Now, this is like 99, 2000.
Yeah.
Mobile phones weren't really a thing then. And we got a call from a local number
Oh, shit.
on his phone.
Yeah.
And we don't know how they got that number to this day
No.
because the room was booked in Dave's name
Yeah.
on his credit card. Dave never gave his mobile number. We never gave our mobile number. We don't know how they've managed it, but we got this phone call and we left it, heard the voicemail, and now anything in a Geordie accent is funny as fuck to me. And it just said, we know what you've done to your hotel room and you'd better come back or we'll phone the police. So like, right, what should we do? Do we go back or do we try and get away with it? And I'm like, they've got your number, Bennett, so let's go back. But we won't say who did it because we didn't know anything. You know, what's it called? Joint enterprise.
Right, okay.
We didn't. I don't think that was a thing back then.
Yeah.
So it was like, if we don't say who did it, they can't prosecute anyone. And he's like, well, what if they DNA test it? I said, they're not going to DNA test your shit, Bennett.
In a travel lodge in
Yeah.
Newcastle or something.
Says, right, well, we'll go and I'll clean it up. And then, no, we'll go and I'll offer to pay for the damage. Or we'll offer to pay for the damage, but he's going to pay for it out of his own pocket. I wasn't going to pay because he did it. Said, I'll offer to pay for it, but we won't say who did it. So we got to the hotel and we came up to the desk and we're like, we're like dead nonchalant. We're about room 34. whatever it was.
Yeah.
And the woman behind the counter just went, oh, right. She went off and got the manager. Manager came out. Oh, I've never seen anybody so fucking
Human.
angry.
Yeah.
She went, now bearing in mind, everything I hear in a Geordie accent is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
You may have issues with the way your room was, but there are correct ways to address those issues. Not as you did by shitting in a kettle. And it's just the way she said kettle.
Yeah.
And I lost it at that point. I was trying my hardest not to laugh.
Yeah.
And Bennett went, look, we're not going to say who did it, but we'll pay for any damage and I don't mind cleaning it up. Like, you just said you don't mind cleaning it up. She knows it's you
That
now,
means you've
dickhead.
done it,
Yeah.
So we've gone up to the hotel room and she's opened the door, and on the way up in the lift, because we're on the 3rd floor, on the way up she's told us they had to send 3 cleaners home sick and evacuate 2 floors. And as we're going up, you could smell it.
Because you've
in the lift.
essentially made
Brown steam.
bubbling diarrhea.
Yeah. And we're,
Yeah.
it was so
Effervescent
bad.
bubble and diarrhea as
Effervescent
well.
diarrhea.
It was so bad as well, like everywhere.
Mate.
But we were on the, I thought we were on our floor, we were on the floor below and in the lift, and you could smell it. The lift doors opened and it was like somebody punching you in the face. We got to the room and I'm stood in the doorway trying to, when a little kid that you're looking after does something hilarious but wrong, and you've got to pretend that you didn't find it funny and tell them off at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the look I was trying to give him in the doorway, like, while he's there, and he says, "Oh, you got any gloves?" So she went and got some gloves, and he's got these gloves, and he got the kettle, and he went to the toilet to empty it, and it was just like, brilliant. And one of the women that came up with us, she barged past me into the room that was opposite, because all the doors in the rooms were open, all the windows were open. She ran out, she started throwing up in the toilet, and he started then cleaning it off the dressing table thing. And the manager, she then ran off, but she went to the same room. She couldn't get in the toilet because the other one's being sick in it. She threw up on the bed. And I just stood there, and I don't know why I did this. I really could have got us in a lot of shit. And I just went, you may have issues with the way that he's cleaning this up.
Oh, that's ruthless, that.
Oh, yeah, it cost him 250 quid. It was all the money he had.
To
Cost
be
him
fair, though, I
250
thought
quid.
it would have been more than that.
I did.
Like, getting
if
the
he had more
whole...
money, it would have been.
Yeah, right, I guess,
I can't believe he went out and left shit in the kettle.
Because I would have said, like, I would have stopped him and made him clean it up, but he'd
Yeah.
gone so quick and thrown the key in and ran out. I'm like, I am not touching his shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting the blame for it. Because if I'm here on my own in this room, I'm going to get the blame.
Yeah, crazy, that.
Yeah.
That's a mad one, that.
Wow.
We're coming up on nearly finishing time. Do you have any questions left there, man?
Yeah,
Just to
there's one
blast through quick.
Freemason one, another one.
There is one from Patreon. This is from Katie Wells. And she says, what do you discuss and what perks do you get as a Freemason?
Have you only told him I'm a Freemason? Is this the only thing
Yeah,
you said about
I
me?
tried to make it mysterious, like we're having the Illuminati on.
Right. What was it again? What do we discuss?
What do you discuss and what perks do you get?
I already kind of discussed it, hasn't it?
Yeah. Direct answer to
None.
that is we discuss the history of in Lodge, we discuss the history of Freemasonry, and that's pretty much it. In outside of Lodge, you just discuss normal shit.
Yeah.
And perks wise, the only thing you get out of it is an excuse to get pissed on a Thursday evening, and
a fancy set of clothes.
Well, you've got to buy your own clothes.
Oh, right, yeah.
You could just buy them, and new mates.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
about
that's
it.
nice,
yeah,
yeah.
that's really the only perks. you
Sounds
get.
nice.
Like grown-up brownies.
Do you know what they say? That the first step in Freemasonry is actually Cub Scouts, because it's looked on as
Same
the
thing.
same
Yeah.
side, because it's the same principles and the same morals.
Right,
that
yeah.
you're all there to help somebody else as opposed to yourself.
Okay.
The Rotary Club aren't Freemasons, are they?
No, the Rotary Club is completely separate.
Right, okay.
It's a similar kind of thing. But yeah, there's what is it? Rotary and Round Table, isn't it? So the Round Table, I think you've got to be under 40, and then when you're over 40, you join the Rotary Club.
Right.
I've
gigged for a Rotary Club.
Oh,
that was good.
You have a nightmare.
Yeah. The lady came up and said, that was the worst thing I've ever seen. And she'd seen at least one war.
At least one more. Yeah. That one in the phone still, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So is that all the questions then?
We've got 2 questions from you guys. Do you have any awkward sex stories, Ryan, or drug experiences?
It's a staple one that we have, awkward sex stories.
Awkward sex story and a drug story.
Well, we've finished with these 2. Yeah, man, we've got time for both.
Let me try and remember the sex one. Is it awkward sex story?
Yes.
Yeah, or embarrassing.
and
Stuff that people don't like.
I got
talking
heckled
about.
by a Buzz Lightyear alarm clock in a kid's bed when I was having sex once with a grown-up.
I was going to say it, preface that, yeah.
With a grown-up.
Okay.
That sentence
So
in the wrong order.
Yeah.
Was it just as you come as well, like to infinity?
That would have been perfect.
Yeah, it would have been great, wouldn't it?
It wasn't far off because I was about 19 at the time.
Yeah.
So anything from within the first 2 minutes would have been me
Pretty
close,
close
to coming.
Yeah, right. So what, you were just getting down to it and the fucking... Why was you in the kids' room?
It was a mate's house and everybody had gone away. It was just, and then it was a party. And I
Yeah, right,
and a
okay.
girl that
Yeah.
with her, I went inside her.
Yeah.
And the only spare room, like, because we weren't allowed to use a mum and dad's because that's can't go in mum and dad's room. It's mum and dad's room.
Yeah.
And you just don't want to do it on her bed because that's wrong. So we did it on the 6-year-old bed instead, which is weird because it was a small bed as well.
Yeah.
And like everything's small. I forgot how small because I didn't have kids. I forgot how small things were.
Yeah, right.
In kids' bedrooms.
Yeah, like little
I think-
chairs
yeah.
and shit, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's the only time my cocks look normal. But yeah, there's another one, but I can't think what it was. I'll have to remember what that is. But what was the other question?
Drug experiences.
Yeah, so I dislocated my shoulder once, and I went to. This was long before I was prescribed morphine or anything like that. And I had my car in Blackpool, and I went to the hospital to get my shoulder put back in. They'd injected me with morphine, which is a lot stronger than the stuff I'm on.
Yeah.
And I've gone back afterwards, after they put my shoulder back in, I've gone back to my car to drive it home because I'm still not really with it. I wouldn't have done that if I was. And I thought I've got to be really careful so I don't get pulled over. It might breathalyze me, but I'm not been drinking, so I'll be fine. I was driving at about 20, 25 miles an hour, just making sure I wasn't speeding and I wasn't going to hit anything. And I got pulled over because, Friday, Saturday night, whatever it was, somebody driving at that speed, it's usually somebody trying not to look
pissed or whatever, yeah.
So I got pulled over, got breathalyzed, and that was fine. But when he pulled me over, he said, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And I just said, "Did you like my shoes?" I genuinely thought he pulled me over because he'd seen my shoes when I got in the car and he liked the look of them and wanted to know where I got them from. Fortunately, he thought that was a joke.
Yeah.
I was deadly serious.
Yeah.
I was like, did you like my shoes? And he's like, no, but I'm going to have to breathalyze you because you something's not right here. So he breathalyzed me. I was fine. I was like, no, I've just been out with my mate. I never drink when I'm out. Never drink when I'm driving. Never.
Just fucking off your tits on morphine.
Yeah, but yeah, very careful driving.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of the other one.
That's mad. That's funny, that. Do you like my shoes?
Did you like my shoes?
That's hilarious. Well, we're going to have to... one more. What were you going to say?
I was just kettle relevance. Just when I was... speaking of things, unusual things in kettles, second time we was homeless when I was like... How old was I? 15 or something. When we got given a house by the council, so they give you like a white goods voucher, so you can go get stuff. But we didn't have anything for a bit. We just had a travel kettle, so we had to like cook our soup in the kettle.
It's like prison style, isn't
All
it?
the people, all of the migrants that are waiting clearance to stay in the UK get put up in hotels.
Yeah.
And they keep getting told, they keep boiling it in the kettle and stuff.
Yeah. People do it in prison as well, I think.
Yeah.
Like soup and noodles.
That's how they
and
make the napalm in the kettles, isn't it? With the sugar and water.
What is this but a free range prison?
Yeah.
You know?
True that. Well, on that depressing note. So, you're on social media now, or is it just a comedy station?
Just a comedy. I mean, I am, but I don't post anything because the comedy station posts it all. But at Blackpool Comedy on all socials.
Go follow them online and go, if you're in Blackpool, go check it out because it's a great club and you always get good lineups there and that. And go check out Blackpool as well because it's actually dead nice.
Get in touch with me and I'll tell you where the decent places are.
Yeah.
Did you go out last time? Did I tell you where to go last time?
No, we've been out and then you're like, oh, you should have said I could have told you where to go.
What was the recommendations you said?
Dirty Blondes.
Dirty Blondes.
And the Galleon.
And the Galleon. So if you're ever in
and
Blackpool.
The Comedy Station.
And the Comedy Station, of course. What about James, man? What are you up to? Are you got anything on the go? Got a podcast coming out soon?
Yes, end of the month.
Ooh.
Yeah. Memory Pain podcast,
Nice.
in which I look at all the embarrassing Facebook status I made when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And delve as to why
Nice.
I was like that. So that's coming out at the end of the month, and you can follow me on Twitter.
Was
and
James
Instagram.
Allen 27?
Trying to get my number removed, just James Allen.
Yeah. That's what I've done. I changed all mine so they're all the same on everything. There's another way that you have a Twitter one and an Instagram one. I tried to find something that I could have on both, just so you go, here's me on social media, dead easy. So try and do that.
If you got a number, people don't take your opinions.
But go follow James, go follow Ryan and the Comedy Station.
Thanks for being here, guys. It's been Lovely.
Sign up to the Patreon. There's axe throwing, sports day, yoga special. There's going to be loads of other stuff on there. You're going to get access to. There's 6 live shows on there.
Sports day's amazing.
Loads of episodes. Dead fun. Go check it out and that. But yeah, other than that, nice one, everyone. Cheers for coming down, guys. Appreciate it. Go check everyone out.
And life.
See you later in a
Bye.
bit.